Bubba built it.
Today, we're going to be mounting the door hinges, I guess, where they go. We're going to tack that in. But before we do that, we're going to have to secure where the striker goes, because that is going to determine the level across here, and then where this is going to end up in here. Michael made some pieces to hold the hinges in place.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, again, this is a bunch of pieces, and it's not the way we intended to do it, but it's the way it worked out, and that's how this thing goes.
Well, because as you can see,
I mean,
it was so bad. We're going to try to keep all of that together, but as we went cutting along, it just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, really. So and again, it gave us some advantages. We were able to leave some of this metal we wouldn't be able to leave before. This is going to nest up inside there. It's going to make it a little stronger. But we've got to make sure that we get this opening right, because if we don't, the door gaps will be all wrong. And not that we can't fix that later, but just another thing we got to fix. So we're trying to get it right the first time. So this distance right here, where that's clipped on there, we got to make sure that's going to be right and consistent on both sides. And this is still a bit of a wet noodle. Look at how that whole thing shakes when I do that.
Yep, all the way across there.
But you know, we're not really building a 68 Charger here. We're building an old race car that's going to turn into a Daytona. So we're really just gonna, I'm not gonna say wing it, but that's kind of how this stuff works, really.
I see what you did there. Wing it.
I didn't even have a pun.
Was that a Freudian slip?
Yeah, it was. A Freudian slip. Yeah, we're gonna wing it.
All right. Well, I guess one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clean off this edge with the flapper disc, so that you can get this back here tacked, and do the same thing on the other side. And yeah, that's what we'll do.
We'll do it.
Let's get going. Leave me hanging. Back.
Yeah, there it is.
It's done now.
That's just a tack. What's wrong with you?
I hope it's set right. Oh no.
Yeah.
Here, I got it. Is that where you want it?
Yeah. All right, let's tack.
Installed. Have we mentioned that the Charger body we're using is bad? Well, it's bad. We've talked about this A-pillar quite a bit, and you know, I mean, that's just awful. Well, you know, that transfers on down into here, and so instead of guessing at all of this and what's going on here, we're going to actually just, we happen to have another Charger outside. We're going to make a template of that door opening and the door itself. We're going to get some material and go out there and do that, so that we're not guessing on this. All right.
44 3/4. So we'll just cut the end of it off. That'll be 48.
Okay. Did you want to get that bend where the bend starts at the front? The height. Do you want to grab that measurement?
You know what? We'll probably glue a piece of cardboard onto it to get it higher, because I do want to try to get this as well to see how far we are on that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
But to your point, 22 is where it starts, just about. So we'll cut 22 inches off the end of that.
Okay.
Always have clean rags sitting around for wiping stuff off with.
Yeah.
Another rule. If you're over 40, always have multiple pairs of reading glasses sitting around. I think I own, or we own, 10 tape measures and 10 reading glasses.
I just own two pair. And I do have like 5 tape measures.
Have I told you lately that you're better than me? Because you are. You're better than me. See, that totally diffuses any insult you can throw at me now.
It does?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I already said you're better than me.
You know what? I'm going to figure something out here.
Are you?
Yeah.
But if you're already better than me, what do you need to figure out?
It's going to get really complex. It's already complex. It's about to get worse.
So that's because you're better than me.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Here we go. All right, what are they doing with those awesome scissors? Here they are. Made in USA, baby.
Yep.
Here's another pro tip. We're full of pro tips today. When you're at, well, I say when you're ever at an antique mall, look through the old tools because you can find way cooler stuff than you can buy.
Oh yeah.
At your local.
Way better.
I think I paid like $7 for these.
Yeah.
Now look, I'm just gonna eyeball this.
Oh my goodness.
Watch this.
No, you got it. I can see that. We have become very familiar with this curve right here.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it in my sleep.
Mm-hmm. What's left of it?
Yeah, right. I mean, because what you're not going to see in this video is how many times we took the rocker piece on and off, on and off,
Rinse
on and off.
and repeat.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat. So here's if I can find out how close I got this.
Yeah, that's good.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Like I said, we've seen this
Oh,
a time or two.
now, I don't want to make it off of this though. I want to make it off of that one. So, you know, the fact is, it really should be just a little bit shallower than that. A little deeper than that. I guess we'll go right there.
Yeah. Yeah, we should.
Go. So I don't know, I think that the video wasn't running. Another pro tip is always have some coroplast laying around. This is great stuff here. Now you can't go to Lowe's or Home Depot and buy this.
But you can go to a local sign shop.
Yes.
Right here.
And even if you're having to pay them for their markup, it's less than $20 for a sheet of this.
Yeah.
So
It's the stuff that realtor signs are made out of and all sorts of political signs. Oh.
Look at that. Look at that. Okay, now
All right.
what this is actually showing us is that this actually dives in. So the curve is perfect, but it needs to come in a little bit.
Right. Yep.
Starting about right there.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to take a flute out. Oops, sorry. Oops.
So another pro tip that we could go ahead and say is, if you're going to build a wing car, you should have another 68, 69 Charger laying around.
Hold on. There's lots of caveats here. If you're going to build one out of a Swiss cheese rusted piece of junk, always have a nicer one around that you can do measurements from.
Whoa.
Okay,
What happened? You got crazy on that one.
Hold on.
Did I distract you?
Yeah, you distracted me.
Dang it.
It's not that crazy, actually.
Anyway, this one came up for sale, and it's cubic nicer. It's way nicer. And then the deal of it, man, it was, look, still expensive, right?
Yeah,
still very expensive, but it was it was one of those situations where you had to do it.
Whenever a 68, 69, 70 Charger comes up and you can actually still afford it, buy it.
Yeah, because they're not making them anymore.
They quit making those.
Yeah, they did.
50 years ago.
Man,
Shut up.
Yeah, let's stop. Let's stop right there.
Hey, we weren't born yet.
Oh, it does not seem like that should be 50 years ago.
We weren't born yet.
That's true. That's true. We were not born. All right, we got this done yet?
No.
Dang it. That is looking good.
Better. It's looking better.
Yeah.
But I think that needs to be cut a little bit. This is really about having a rough opening anyway.
Yeah, right. Just to make sure that we're within the parameters, because there's always adjustment on the doors that could be done.
That's right.
The closer we get it, the better. Obviously, right? Obviously. I'm stating the obvious this morning.
Captain Obvious.
Captain Obvious.
All right, I'm going to cut this off right here.
Yep, I like it. I like it.
Find where my mark is. Put a mark in there. There it is.
Yeah. You got to get it at the right angle sometimes to see those marks.
As you can see, this stuff's rigid enough, but it's also real easy to cut with just scissors.
Or a utility knife. Utility knife really just slices right through it.
Let's see here.
Get that little corner there. Oop, okay, it's out of your way now.
Really close. Okay, now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. Let's go.
Looking good.
Yeah, that's pretty good there. All right, now let's take it to the other side.
See what we got.
See how even they are.
Those are the some spare parts inside the car. All right. There we go.
And
little snug up top here. Right there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, something. Oh, it's I think it's this dash piece that's kind of pushing us out a little bit.
But actually, it's a little snug.
Yeah, a little snug, but the
a little full. Lots of sap.
The shape is good.
Okay.
Very cool.
Now let's see just how far our Swiss T
is out. And unfortunately, once you tack it, that's it. There's no moving it.
There's no going back.
There's no going back. Then we just have to make everything else, you know, work to what we did, because it's kind of like when you're on a trip and you miss your turn.
You never
ever turn around.
It means you have to find a new way.
Which sometimes is a real problem.
I've driven 30 miles out of the way, so I won't have to backtrack 4. But you just have to do it.
Oh, man. Okay, well.
Look at that.
It's really close.
It is, actually. I think it's good enough for government work. Dude, look.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm impressed.
Me too. Now, so what this is telling me is this needs to lean in just a little. Look at that. Look at that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right.
But not by much.
No.
And we're on that. Yeah. There it is.
No, dude, this is good. This is really good.
It's almost like we know what we're doing.
Even a blind pig can find an acorn every now and then.
Every now and then. I thought it was a truffle.
Whatever. We don't know what a truffle is.
I've heard things.
I've heard of truffles. I don't know what they are. I cut this piece out of some junk we had sitting over on the floor. Let's see. Let's tack this sucker in here. There it goes. Look at that right there. That's gonna be. Looks like Servpro right there. So we're gonna tack that sucker on there. That rusty piece of crap. And it's gonna complete our flange. We want to leave just enough space here to get that rubber over the edge of that.
Yeah.
But then that's gonna be good, man. And look, and I just, to make that match, see how I just pulled it in just slightly, which is what the thing was indicating.
Right.
Well, this is what that was indicating from outside. So
that's good.
So what I need to do is just take just a hair off of that, because see how it wants to go past that.
Yep. Just a smidgy stage.
Yep.
Probably do that with a grinder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I was David, I'd call that something else that we're not going to say.
In fact, let's go ahead and get that done before he comes over here and says something bad that we have to edit out.
Right. Okay, you can turn that off now. What he said.
What you got there?
Okay, so this is just a piece of scrap that came off of the cowl area, but it's good heavy gauge, good sheet metal. So I cut it out and I'm shaping it to go in this space right here, and it'll be nice and strong. It won't be the prettiest thing, but it's gonna work.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's it's starting to look like maybe we should have named this one Scrap Tona.
I know, right? It really fits the bill better.
It really does.
Yeah.
I mean, boy.
Yeah, it's scraps for sure.
Awesome. That looks good.
Yeah,
it looks real good.
So I might start tacking this sucker in here.
Cool. What are you waiting for?
Now, I'm technically not done, because I was kind of thinking about matching this right here with a little piece to fill in right there. So a little piece that goes there, a little angle piece. And let that be it.
Well, I'll say this, there's not a big, huge gaping hole there anymore.
That's true.
So that's good. It's not gonna win a beauty contest, but
So
it
I ran
looks
into
good.
a bunch of lead right here.
Yeah.
And lead, this is a mess when you try to weld.
Yeah, they don't like it.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I think it looks good. Yeah, it looks real good. So, did you get into our dome light wire here?
I don't think I did. Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh man.
Dang it.
Can't get good help these days.
Hey, look, it even had the original connector on it. Oh well.
I guess we won't use that.
No. So we've made that template, as you saw, and Michael's been welding up in here on this door frame. So instead of just trying to go solely based on that template, we're actually going to put the door in and make sure everything is as it should be before we finish welding things up. Right? All right. Latched. Obviously, the top needs to go that way. I got a good sized gap down here at the bottom, but I think it'll work. Now the gap could also be though because of this not being secured, right?
Yeah, maybe pull out on it.
Well, man, I don't know. That gap looks really close. It is close up here.
Wide at the bottom.
A little bit wide. Okay, so I'm sorry. I should have showed you what we were looking at here. Once we got the door up, we saw that it was nice and tight right here, not so much down low. And what that means is the quarter is just a little too low. We're gonna have to pull it up. And that's what Michael's doing. He cut the spot welds loose. By the way, it's amazing how strong spot welds are.
Dude, yeah, a couple little spot welds. Jeez.
It's not going anywhere.
Gonna hold the world.
Well, cool.
I think this is where it needs to be right here.
Yeah, and that makes sense, right?
And it relaxed actually a little bit, so yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, it looks
right.
good.
Yeah, so all we need to do is tack this and we'll double check it with the door.
Yep, sweet.
Okay.
All right, so we've got a couple of tacks in there now where we've adjusted this lower corner up. So we're gonna pick the door back up, set it in here, and see if it works.
I'm no fun.
Okay, that adjustment really worked. It made the difference. Like I was saying, we were really snug up here, and snugger than this. Really, it was touching. And then it was really, really wide down here. Of course, we don't have the hinges in, so that dials all the rest of this out. Yeah, that's what we're going to end up with. And so, as you can see, this line is meeting up. That plane is meeting up. This line right here looks good. And of course, there's rubber that goes, you know, inside there. And that'll make up that gap there. And of course, like I said, we don't have the hinges on. So I think we're good. Excellent job. I knew you could do it. I didn't doubt for a second.
Well, I mean, we did it. All right, wait. So one thing I want you to do is, while I'm holding this, I want you to push it on the front a little bit and make sure that it looks like it's gonna. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, this is good. I think this is a coup de grace. You know, this is awesome.
It's a win for sure. All right.
Open the door.
All right.
Open the door. All right. That's awesome.
Yep. Now it's gonna weld it for real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add some metal where we have none. So Bluetooth metal.
All right. Very, very cool. And while he's doing that, I'm going to get on this other side, get away from all that mess that he's doing, and put on some tire graphics. Woohoo! You'll notice I've only done half the tire. And the reason why is because you do not want to work on the loaded side of the tire. In other words, on the bottom. So what we'll do is, after this sets for a little bit longer, we'll roll it forward and I'll work on the, what will then be the top. But anyway, check it out. Yeah, man, it looks good. Of course, the dirt, it's a dirty environment. So that's where the applicator strip was. That'll just clean right off. Man, what a difference it makes. Cool. So, if you'll recall, there was a big hole there. No, there's not.
No, there's not.
Look how beautiful that is.
It's beautiful. It's a really beauty.
It's very, very beautiful. Yeah, man. That looks good.
Thank you.
Looks really good.
It's real good, Johnny.
Got your man. Yeah, we'll have to do the same thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo! Another excellent and beautiful patch job completed. I say that looks good. Almost like Surf Pro there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, this is looking really good. Hopefully, I think tomorrow we'll be able to hang this door.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got tire graphics on, at least half of it. We'll roll it forward and do the other half tomorrow as well. So sweet. I hate it when I get going and then forget, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be videoing this. So we're hanging the door tentatively.
Yeah, tentatively. I need one more bolt for sure.
I'll say this, I'm not taking it back off.
Oh, yes, you are.
This is a one and done.
No. Because we're way out of adjustment, probably.
Oh, yeah. All right, coming down.
Easy.
Looks like it's all you. Ooh. Installed.
It's not the first time the door's been here. how it's been attached.
Clean up your workstation, man.
Shut up. Just tighten this. Just it's not bad actually.
No. How does it look back here? I didn't get to really
Not
look
bad.
at that. No, that's really not bad at all. I've got some sort of something that's come loose inside there, but
so now this is where we figure out, you know,
how far in it's got to go.
when we weld that. Let's
Yeah.
put this cowl back on here. See.
Look, it's got to go in a ways.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll grab those pliers out of the way.
So it needs some lean in for sure. That can be accomplished right there though. So let me go ahead and see what I can do with this.
Okay. You want me to push on it while you do that? All right. Well, I got to say, check it out. That's the only thing to say. That's awesome. Man, and look, I mean, look how solid that is in spite of everything that's going on back here. That's what we want to see. I mean,
Yeah.
this is all as loose as a noodle, and we're good. I mean, that's impressive, actually.
I'm happy.
I'm very happy. This is exciting. I love this. I'm gonna fix that. Awesome.
It's a door.
Hanging door.
What are doors supposed to do?
They're supposed to shut. Shut the front door.
You stuff fell off the back. Shut the front door. That's it.
Love it.
Cool.
We're going to be filling up the holes in the A-pillars, and to do that, we're going to use some leftover metal from our Bronco project. This is off the Navigator. Got our template. And it's going to be the shape, the profile that we need to fill in that A-pillar on the passenger side. So I'm just going to transfer it to this with that, and then cut it here, and then bend it at our brake right there. It's like digging out a cavity.
It is. Yeah, but all right.
In my spare time, I'm an amateur dentist.
Yeah, I'm a metal dentist.
No, really, I do.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
You're on one of those weird Facebook groups.
Is there a Facebook group?
Oh, I'm sure there is. If there's a sicko out there, there's a group for it.
All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, small side. Nope. Wait, yeah. All right, so obviously that's got to be bent a little bit more. No, that's not it. No. This just needs to be bent more to receive
Yeah,
it.
and that needs to be bent less.
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on a second. Let's just.
Let me get the holes in the A-pillars have been bugging me for a very long time. Ever since we got the car, actually. Every time I look at the car, the hole in the A-pillars is going, hey, look at me. I'm a problem. Now we're taking care of that. Yeah, sweet. Like I said, that was really bugging me. Now it looks so much better.
This is bugging me too.
And I love the fact that that's the metal off the Navigator.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and the other one is metal off the old Mustang.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Sweet. Very
good
cool.
old structural. I think that was a package tray metal.
Love it.
Yeah.
the passenger side door obviously is there, not hinged, not bolted in, but we wanted to just make sure that our placement and everything that we've been doing, here, down there, all that's all working out. And yeah, it is.
Yeah. So look, before we weld it up, we've got to test fit it.
Yeah.
Because we already had to make an adjustment. We made an adjustment over there too.
Yeah.
And so yeah, on this side we had to as well. And also on this side, all this is a lot more of a mess than it is over there.
Yeah, it really is. This was super bad. I mean, they had. I really hate to call that a patch.
It's
but
not, it doesn't even qualify.
No.
When we bought this car, one of the things we noticed is that there was a seam, an open seam with the quarter panel between the body. And we could see the obvious signs of the repair here, but this right here was not. And as you can see, there's not one tack weld.
Yeah,
so they literally did not weld the quarter panel in place. And I don't even know really what was holding it, actually.
Really bizarre.
It's
really
almost
bizarre.
like they forgot. I don't know.
Yeah, it was very shoddy work for sure. So, but that's cool. Again, this works out in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
We're not taking anything that was remotely restorable. And like I said, this is huge. That was really bugging me. It's bugging Michael.
Yeah, so
done.
This is we're gonna have to do this about 30 times more.
Yeah.
On all these other little places.
Yeah.
The worst actually is over here. And I've already started prepping this so that we can patch this. But this is one of the worst parts right here.
Yeah, all down this
that's
drip rail.
So we're gonna have to put some metal in there and put that and rebuild the drip rail, this section of the drip rail. And
yeah, so is that what we're wanting to do next? After we get that door buttoned up, I guess proceed to this. And we're going to have to fill that in right there. All that.
I don't know. I'm almost leaning towards once we get the hinges and all that finished welded in place, we go ahead and drop the engine in there.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Then we can do an actual driving.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
No windshield.
Mm-mm. Not a single luxury.
No. Might get pulled over this time.
But yeah, so we got a little bit more work to do on that side. It's in place. It's tacked. We just got to finish weld it and actually attach the hinges like we did over here.
Yeah.
And then once we do that, I say we go ahead and move forward with putting the engine in.
Okay, cool. So on the engine, obviously we've got to do the intake. Are we going to use the intake on the motor that came out?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to use everything off that engine, really.
Which oil pump or oil pan do you want to use?
Well, we want to use the one that came out of that, which was the aluminum one.
The aluminum one.
And also, since we're planning on doing a turbo, we're probably going to go ahead and tap a bung in it for the return line.
Sweet. Okay. Very, very cool.
So Operation the Eagle has landed. Hopefully, will happen next week.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to buy some pieces, parts, some gaskets.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know that. I mean, this gasket looks okay, but that's not the same one.
Mm-mm.
So we'll have to probably buy an oil pan gasket.
Mm-hmm.
No, anyway, lots of cool stuff, right?
Yep.
Shopping time. All right. Well, very cool, man. I don't know what else to talk about there on that.
No, some of the patchwork we did, and getting the doors in place, getting the door jams, because that's such a mess. I don't know. Maybe you're being ambitious. Maybe we need the engine will be not next, but the next one. Maybe what we'll do, maybe next week, we'll go on ahead and do some more patching, and that would be kind of like metal patch episode, and then drop the engine in the next one.
All right. Well, as always, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you can, give us a comment, like, share, all that good stuff.
Thanks, guys.